So today on Component Close-Up we've got a couple of interesting components to have a look at. They are moving coil meters. This one is intended as a VU meter, in other words volume units, so this is intended to show how loud your audio is, and it I think was designed to be lit from behind, so that's not looking too good on the video here, but I think you can just about see that there's a scale there. It says VU. It's meant to have a bulb behind it to light it up, and it's the sort of thing that you put on your stereo of the 1970s or 1980s, and it would look really stylish backlit. So this is a moving coil meter, the same as you might see in an AVO meter, but it's a component that you can simply buy and attach to your circuit. A couple of terminals on the back there. No visible means of actually screwing it down, but I suppose you'd have to have a clip of some sort to hold it in. These things were fairly common at the time, easily available for wiring up into your electronic circuit that you might have made. The other one I've got today, this one is all transparent. We can see all the way through how it works. That might be a date code, 7403 to 1974 week 3, if that is a date code. But look at the scale on this one. This one is marked in microvolts, and I think I got this from a thermocouple amplifier of some sort. It's an edge meter. So rather than the one we just saw, which has a needle that goes sideways, this one, although the needle of course goes sideways like that, it's been bent over at 90 degrees, and all you can see when it's mounted in the panel, this is the panel mounting here, all you can see is a scale that's nice and straight, and the pointer moves up and down it. A bit more compact from the front panel point of view if you had a row of these, although it's a bit of a lump on the back of this thing, so they're not easy to stack exactly. But that's all that you'd see on the front panel, is simply the scale. You wouldn't see any of this stuff. But this does at least give us a bit of a view of the inside of the thing, and you can just about see in there the coil and the magnets and the hair spring, which acts as a force to move the pointer back to the middle. So the idea is that the current flowing through the coil creates a intermagnetic field. The magnetic field due to the current will cause a torque or a force which moves the pointer against the spring, and that will move the pointer, and so the more current, the further it moves. And this one is sent to zero, so a positive or a negative current will make it move in either direction. So that's a moving coil meter movement. Very common back in the day, not seen so much nowadays because they're quite expensive to make. It's almost like watchmaking in there, with the small components and the little tiny hair springs which act as the spring that resists the movement of the pointer. So they are, and in fact always were, somewhat expensive components, but rather nice to have a little pointer on the front of your instrument or on your multimeter or whatever it is. So really there we have it. That's the moving coil meter as a component of a larger circuit. This one is the edge type meter, and the other one that I've got over here, this is standard front panel meter. So it could have been bought for use with a hi-fi system or some kind of audio circuit of some kind. So there we have it. That's the moving coil meter on Component Close-Up.